want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for there to see. Rage is like a wind, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics with Jen. How's everybody doing today? It's feeling a little depressing for me. I don't know about y'all, but I couldn't imagine having a missing kid. I could not imagine not knowing where my child is at. Just wondering every day, is this the day that my child is going to come home? Is this the day that I'm going to find out something horrible has happened to my child? It's been 2 years. 2 years too long, guys. 2 years too long. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee on the 25th. He was last seen by his mother on the 25th. Allegedly, she goes to sleep, wakes up, and he's gone. Just vanished, just disappeared. No trace whatsoever. 15 years old, now 17, and no idea. No idea. So this week we are coming together in full force at Sumner County. Some of us are going to search. I'm not going to say what day we're searching or where we're searching, but those that want to search have reached out, and we are coming together for a common cause, and that is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. 2 years too long, autistic, chromosomal deletion. You know, it's days like today when things are really amping up in Sebastian's case that I want to see what is happening. I want to look at the map. I want to look at the astrology. I want to see everything that is going on and who it's really, how everyone is being affected. Basically, I can see that. I can see the behavior. It's not because I'm psychic. It's not because I'm a medium. I'm an astrologer. Okay. This is what I do. This is what I do day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out. I look for the missing. I look for ways to find the missing. I look at every angle. I go down every rabbit hole, all to just try to find that missing person and where they can be located. And today I want to show you what I do, how I'm doing it. And, you know, for those of you that are constantly watching YouTube, constantly getting your information about Sebastian's case, you know, you flip back and forth to different channels and you know that Bullhorn Betty is right there. She's right there in front of Sumner County. She's been down there since 10:30. She's got it live. And when I go down there, I'll broadcast it. I'll put it on my live, you know, for however long that is and whenever that is when I go down there. So, hello everybody once again. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this tribe here with the watchers. We watch and observe and we try to not fix, manage, control the situation. Just let the map tell us. Let the astrology, let the map tell us what's really going on here. Okay. And what's really going on is I'm going to be showing you how it's affecting Chris and Katie. Because for the most part, that is what is in transit today. It's not Sebastian, it's Chris and Katie. Okay. First and foremost, there is a justice that has taken place in front of the courthouse with Sebastian. Okay. There is a justice, a divine justice, Australia. There is a divine justice. And we need to talk about this, whether you understand astrology or not. I'm telling you the behavior that I'm seeing. That's all. You know, that's all. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Good morning, Grace. Hello, Hope Floats. Hello, Jeff. Good luck with the car today. Jeff keeps having issues going on with our vehicles. It's just been a nonstop. And hopefully, once the dark moon gets past me with my relationships, maybe it'll get better. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. Good morning, Jill. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Shauna. Thanks for showing up and showing out. Hello, Cree Designs. Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Lindsay. Hope you are doing better or you are going to be doing better. But yeah, so we are, you know, we're looking at this from an astrological point of view. We want to get a handle on what is really going on behind the scenes. And I'm just the person to show you that. Okay. Just the person to show you that. Please, if you have not, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Come back in the live. That's all you got to do. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Even if you're in the bushes, just hit that thumbs up. Okay. Hit that thumbs up because you'll never find another channel like this. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. So here we go. This man on the left, let me make sure I'm showing it to you. Nope. Let me add it to the stage. This man on the left shows up this morning while Bullhorn Betty is live. The man on the left is, I think he's a captain. His name is McCoy, Captain McCoy, with the Sumner County. Yeah, you're in terrible pain. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you, little Miss Sharon. But yeah, Captain McCoy, he showed up at one of the vigils, gave Sebastian Rogers' father a plaque. He stopped by and talked to Bullhorn Betty. He's the only one that has showed up for Sumner County and had any type of respect. One. I mean, glad it's not 0, okay, but just 1. So I'll give him credit where credit's due. At least one person out of the sheriff's county, Sumner County Sheriff's Office has got any type of empathy, sympathy when it comes to having a missing kid. That's pretty shitty, but at the same time, I'm really glad that at least one of them has any type of, has some type of tooth about him, okay? So I wanted to give him credit where credit's due. And I also want to talk about this morning. It was pretty fascinating that there was a video that was put out by Savannah Guthrie, and she is talking about her mother. And I want us to listen to that for just a second this morning, because it matters when it comes to Sebastian's case, when it comes to Sebastian Rogers. So let's listen to this, okay? Just listen with me for just a moment. And we're gonna get into some deeper stuff, okay? Gonna get into some deeper stuff. Here we go.
Hi there. I'm coming on to say it is day 24 since our mom was taken in the dark of night from her bed. And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then, of worrying about her and fearing for her and aching for her. And most of all, just missing her, We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying, of every faith and no faith at all, praying for her return. And we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. Hope against hope. As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. All of the information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800-TIP line. You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows. And we are begging you to please come forward now. We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively looking for those who are lost. We are hoping that the attention that has been given to our mom and our family will extend to all the families like ours who are in need and need prayers and need support. So please, if you hear this message, if you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign to please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived. Please be the light in the dark.
Whew. Heavy. Heavy, guys. It's heavy. It's, I mean, that was, pretty heavily stated that just whatever, just, I'm giving you $1 million. Just lead us to our mom in this nightmare and lead us to our mom. And then knowing now how it feels to have a missing mother and to think of all the people out there that are suffering day in and day out, just like she is, and going to offer 500 grand to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is phenomenal. It's phenomenal to take that pain and try to do something with that pain that's greater, that's so much greater that can help other people, because the tragedy with Nancy going missing is another blessing for someone else. And that blessing can utilize resources to help the missing, to help this organization that is a nonprofit organization. Sebastian's been missing for 2 years too long, and he's not the only one. He's dear to our heart. As a Tennessean, I want to be an advocate for the missing kids here in Tennessee. I want my work to reflect that. The missing here in Tennessee, Martha Leanne Green, Tabitha Tudors, Joe Claude Daniels, Summer Wells, Sebastian Rogers. When is it going to be? Yeah, I said that. Summer Wells. I mean, when is it going to? People here in Tennessee they're clueless. They're clueless when it comes to how our law enforcement is not bringing our kids home. Our kids are to go missing here in Tennessee. The track record isn't good for them to be found by the TBI, by the FBI. People will say, oh, hand it to the FBI. Okay. Do you really trust the FBI? I mean, they lie to us all the damn time. What about the TBI? They lied to us. I mean, what organization is really here for our kids? Who's really going to help? It's really up to the people. It's up to us. It is up to us. I map the missing and I can give hotspots, alive and deceased. And so I want to talk about that some. I want to talk about that. I know it doesn't bring in a lot of drama, it doesn't bring in a lot of people that are just so excited to watch what I do or to understand what I do. All you've got to do is you don't even have to understand none of that. All you've got to do is just have a heart, 2 legs, a backpack, a stick, get you some water, whatever, have you a first aid kit in a backpack, some snacks, whatever. Get you a walking stick and go out there to those hotspots. I can't be the only one, guys. I can't be the only one that is out there searching. I need more people. And Lady Freedom was saying it was so disheartening because she wasn't able to she's coming here basically broke because people don't want to give to a great cause like that. They want to give to drama. You see people just on these other, hate drama channels, and they're just constantly just feeding them, feeding them, feeding them, feeding them because they want drama. They don't care about looking for kids. They don't care about going to hot spots. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. They want to be fed some stupid bullshit. Okay? It just it makes no sense to me because it's disheartening to see that humanity would rather be spoon-fed some stupid stuff than to really be shown, okay, this is where we can go. This is where we can go and search. And this is why I think that we should go there and search. This is what I'm showing. And the people that follow the map, that follow the method, that is seeing it in real time, they get it. But it's boring. It's not as dramatic. I'm not talking about this one and that one and this one and that one and feeding and, I'm not doing all that. Talk about Nancy Guthrie and the drama that's going on in her case. You get hundreds of people just flocking, wanting to hear all about it, but not a missing kid. Not a missing kid. And it's just, it's, I told Lady Freedom, I said, we can only control ourselves. We can't fix, manage, control other people. And if we could, I don't know how that great that would be, but we can't. We can't fix, manage, control other people. All we can do is focus on ourselves, what we can do, and that's all we can do. Otherwise, you'll go crazy. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Little Miss Sharon. Thank you for supporting a great cause, a great channel, and the great work of finding the missing. Thank you so much. $20 is a lot to me. $10 is a lot to me. $2 is a lot. $1, it helps. It adds up. It adds up, and it makes me want to cry because I really appreciate you guys being so generous and not being a part of them. That them that just don't care, that they don't truly care is heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking to think that the people that are coming here, truly coming here to search for Sebastian, they can't even afford to eat. They can't even afford to really come here. Shauna, thank you so much. Oh, honey. Thank you. I'll definitely be feeding her. I'll be feeding her on your dime, Shauna. Thank you for the $50. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to tell her. She's going to cry. Like she will literally cry because it's been so hard for her to try to maintain herself with her channel. Being a small channel, it's not easy. And if you're not constantly talking about drama, and even if you are, everybody knows that she's coming. She's going to be here for a whole week. And she is dedicated. This is this is her second time coming here, driving 14 hours just to show up and show out for this sweet young man. 14 hours for a week. Luckily she doesn't have to pay for a room. We got that covered. I got her covered here with food, but it's just, I told her, I said, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't do much, but I can offer you a place. And she said, Jen, it's just so hard to get people to even give to a great cause. I mean, you see these other channels, and it's just hard. It's hard for people like us to truly, do something great and not starve, you know? So with that said, I appreciate you, Shauna. You don't know how much that means. Shauna. Shauna's great. Great, great, great. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. So it is a very emotional time. We want to see great things come with the National Center for Missing and Exploited. We want to see these, people be able to take this money, do something great with it, that $500,000. It acts as a central clearinghouse for missing children, the investigations here in the United States. And they help so much. They help so much with resources. The other thing that I think that we need to be talking to the law enforcement about is not just bringing in other resources, like the FBI or what about the Cold Case Foundation? What about the Cold Case Foundation? Even though we don't consider Sebastian's case cold. Thank you, Cree Designs, for that $5, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I can't wait to tell Lady Freedom. I can't wait to tell her that there are actually people that do care. Thank you so much. The Cold Case Foundation, even though Sebastian's case isn't cold, the Cold Case Foundation, Chris McDonough he brings a lot of expertise. We've seen that with the different cases that he picks up and he talks about. We see that with Chris McDonough. We see that when, he's talking about Nancy Guthrie. We see all the great things that he has done, for Brandy Vaughn and Little Monkey Vaughn on that case, working with the law enforcement. Why doesn't Sumner County do something like that? Do something different to get different results. And that's why we're coming together this week in Sumner County and say, please help. Do something different. We want Sebastian found. We're not going to give up. We're not going to stop talking about him. We're not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? We are not going to stop. Oh, thank you, Jaywood Mimi. Thank you so much. I just love y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you. If I come in extra money, I'll be coming down. I hope you do, girl. I hope you do. I think we're going to, we're going to be showing up in Sumner County. I'm still, now that I got the extra funds, I'm definitely going to take, we're planning on going to get my granddaughter, my daughter, and and we're gonna eat. We're gonna eat together. And Jeff has been having problem after problem after problem with these cars. His truck isn't working anymore. He's taken my little red car. Now the belt's off. I mean, he's just been having every day. It's like he's having problems with these vehicles. And I've got the only vehicle that's really dependable, knock on wood. But we're just, we're struggling over here. And we want to see, great things happen. Thank you so much. Oh, Emos like, thank you. Thank you, honey. Y'all are just coming in clutch today. Coming in clutch. What is my Venmo? What is my Venmo? Shauna, are you still in here? Do you know my Venmo? Shauna's got the Venmo. Shauna's got my Venmo. If she's still in here, she'll post it. If Jeff is still in here, he'll post it, but he's probably working on the car. He had a okay, you're getting it. Thank you, honey. There are a lot of people that live in Tennessee. Why aren't they working together? I know. We don't know. We don't know. Me and my son was talking about that last night. This is the craziest thing that he made me realize last night. So he calls me and we're on FaceTime. And this is going to go into our missing kids. Okay. Thank you guys. Yeah, there's the Venmo, Jaywood Mimi. Yeah. So there's the Venmo, guys, and the Cash App. Thank you so much. I'm working on the car now. Poor baby. You're just pitiful, Jeff. I feel so bad, babe. Just one thing after another. And Jeff is the type of man that's not going to be mean, cussing and yelling and acting the fool. We just deal with it. He's so patient. He's so kind. He's so gentle. I'd be like, not Jeff. Jeff is just cool, calm, and collected. I just can't believe it. I can't believe men like him exist. Anyway, so Jody, he and I we're on FaceTime, and he said, Mom, you do realize, because we were talking about, yes, that Jeff. We were talking about when you do a reading on cards, can you ask who is running the pedal in Tennessee? Yes. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you guys. Y'all just so sweet. So we were talking, and he said, you do realize, because we were talking about Greek mythology, and we were talking about the Percy Jackson series, and because if you have teenagers, the Percy Jackson series is a really good series. It changes their whole outlook. It changes their whole life. Like, especially if you've got teenagers and they're readers, okay? It's all going to come together. Just hold on, give me a minute. So we're talking, and he goes, Mom, you do realize what the Olympics is all about, don't you? And I said, no. He said, think about it. It's always been the same. It's never changed. You know why and what happens at the Olympics, don't you? And I'm thinking, what? He said, yeah, think about it. What is the Olympics? And then he starts breaking it down for me. That is where the pedo comes from. The Roman pedophilia comes from, is the Olympics. Do your research. That is not what this live is about, but I'm going to do one. I'm probably going to do a whole video on it because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're right. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lindsay, thank you so much for your $50 super chat. My gosh, y'all. Y'all are just showing up and showing out. I'm going to have to call Lady Freedom right now. I'm going to have to call her and tell her. I'm going to have to do it right now on live and tell her it's going to be okay. We're going to make it. We're going to do this.
Hello.
So I'm on live.
Hey.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Are you making? Yeah, I know you're driving. You making good time?
Yeah, I am. I should be there like around midnight.
Well, I was telling people about how disheartened you were and how, you were coming here for a week with barely any money, and people are showing up and showing out and sending money for our, yes. So so far we got $100 Cash App.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yes.
Chef, you trying to make me cry on live?
Yes.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, girl. So I know it's making, I told him, I was like, it makes me want to cry because she was so, I was telling them about how you were just so disheartened that everybody, as long as we're bringing drama and crazy stuff, it's, people are raking in, but you can't, you're coming here starving, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to even go out to eat. We're like, how are we going to go out to eat? We're broke. So anyway, I just wanted to.
We do the facts, right? We just kind of stick to the facts, do our things, thing with the maps, and
Can y'all hear her?
we're
All right. Well, drive safe. I just wanted to tell you that I knew it would, yeah. Yeah. So we're going to be able to eat this week.
oh my gosh, that's fantastic. I'm so happy. Well, and I had to downgrade my vehicle because they didn't have the one delivered, so I saved a little bit of money there. So,
Yeah.
that helps. That helps. So, I wasn't thinking I was like, well, I don't think I need an SUV if it's not going to snow. No.
Y'all, thank you so much. Thank you guys for the super chats and for the cash apps. Y'all have no idea. This is integrity. So, and we're just y'all stop being so sweet now. They're just
I'm watching Betty right now. I'm listening to her as I'm going.
Oh, okay. Well, we're live, and they're
Love you
they're
guys.
doing super chats and cash apps, and everybody is just coming together. So I just wanted to let you know I love you, girl. Be safe. Okay. All right. Love you, girl. Bye. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much, Elaine. Elaine, thank you, honey. Thank y'all. Y'all are blowing my mind now. Y'all are blowing my mind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, I told Jeff, I said, I know that we can eat, but like, I can't afford to take everybody out to eat. Like, I can't afford this, but now I can. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you showing up and showing out. Thank you, God. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. You have no idea. It just means the world to see humanity being so sweet. Thank you so much, guys. Your super chats, your cash apps, your Venmos, y'all are just unbelievable. Thank you so much. So, I am going to show you guys what is going on. I want to show you guys what is going on. Hi, peace, love, Jeeps. Hi, honey. You drive safe, okay? I want to. It is so easy to support a caring heart. It is easier for me to support a caring heart than anything, than anything. And so I appreciate you guys seeing the same. Yes, we need to help other people. And that is what this work is all about. Is just giving back, transmuting the pain into something greater than yourself. You know what I mean? Look at El Rancho Diablo, where that girl was. I am. I'm going to make sure this, when I get back to Nancy's map, I'm definitely going to. Is that where it's at? I didn't know where that was at. So I definitely want to put that on her map because I think it could be a clue, especially if she's involved. So getting back to Sebastian Rogers, who is missing out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Sebastian, like I said, he went missing when he was he was just 15, guys. Let me take this off. He was just 15 and now he is 17. Where is he? Everybody has their theory of what happened, but where is he? Where is Sebastian? So well, let me share the whole screen with you guys because I want to show you everything that I'm seeing today with Chris and Katie and everything that is going on. And I want to show his map because that's what I do, right? That's what I do. I look for the missing. I try to get better. I try to find the missing link where that person can be found. So first of all, I want to show you the astrology, and then I'm going to jump to what I'm seeing with the astrology. Then I'm going to jump to the map, okay? Because this is where we see the map acting in real time. It's a real time. That's what we're doing. We want to see it real time, right? Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Aw. Yeah, Shauna, I'm sorry that he's sick. Playing with your hair. Jody used to do that. He used to play with my hair. Tearing up, thinking if something were to happen to him or his siblings. I can't imagine. You can't. We can't. We can try. We can try to imagine, but oh my God. Yeah, the shame foots. So if we look at Katie, okay, so this was at right before I went live. If we look at Katie and we know we're just going to play the numbers game. Okay. So right now, the South Node is in the fourth house of home. There's something beginning and ending in the fourth house. It's about mom and home. We've been here before. Okay. So we've been here before. That's the South Node. The North Node is where we're going. That's the public image. And it's in Pisces. We're not seeing things clearly. We're not seeing it clearly. The North Node is in Pisces at a 916. And you're like, okay, so what does that mean? That means that the nodes of fate are fated with her Hades. It is activating this degree. Okay, it's a degree, 916. No matter what time she's born, Hades isn't moving. What is Hades? Hades is a weight. It's with the communications. The communications. What is happening? Betty is outside the courts. That's what's happening. Betty is outside the courts with her bullhorn, and she is asking for people to honk. She is asking Eric Craddock what he's not done and what he is doing. She's talking, and it is putting a weight of communications on Katie. Okay. That's what she is fated with. Katie is fated with the weight. Do you understand? Right? So we also have Mars. Mars is at a 25-23 in Aquarius, and Mars is hanging out on the North Node of Aquarius. Again, we're talking about fate. This is a fated encounter. And it was foreseen. This was already foreseen. This isn't just random. It's not random, guys. All right. This isn't a random happening. This is a fated happening between Katie and Bullhorn Betty. Katie and the communications. Okay. So we look to this fate because the 25 degree is with Mars is actually opposing where she's been before. So we look to the lunar nodes of fate. We look on the map and we go, okay, we need to look at this one because it's being activated right now. We look at this line. We look at this line with Katie. It's being activated. So why wouldn't we, right? We would look at that line, see what is activating on the map for her too. It could be that she has this wake up call with the investigation with the head, because Aries is head. It could also be about the vehicle, but it could be that that's exactly where Jupiter is. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Jupiter here at this 1525. That could be, she could be born a little bit later and this could be activating it. Either way, Jupiter has definitely, Jupiter has definitely activated the investigator with Pallas. It's a lot of action. It's a lot of energy going with it, with the investigator. So there's a lot of action going on with the investigation, with these communications that she is fated with. And this fate is with Bullhorn Betty. I'm not going to pull up Bullhorn Betty's chart. And it could even be that Katie's moon is not a 2744, but her moon could even be a 2738. So we could even look at that one on the map. You see what I'm saying? There is all kinds of different ways that we can look at the map when it's being activated. And that's what I do. You know, for you guys, it's like, what are you talking about? I don't get it, whatever. I don't understand. And, you know, just show me where to go. And that's what I do. I want to show you where to go to search. The moon is right here. The moon is definitely reflecting this weight of the communications. And it's mental. This is her mental health. If you have Hades and Gemini, it's about your mental health, guys. It's her mental health is having a fate. And her Selena, the moon is going to go over her Selena, what she learns. So it would seem to me that this fated encounter or this fate with Sebastian and this fate that took place that night. It could be that this fate was something that she learned was a devouring energy. And she put a lot of energy into trying to hide from the law enforcement, things that were taking place at home with Katie. So anyway, that's her. It's just some of what I'm seeing with her. Just some of what I'm seeing with her. We have Sebastian this morning, this 1754 with Venus. That 1754 with Venus is coming to bring a divine justice in front of the courthouse. It's about values, money. Could there be money and values paying off the courts, the judge? Because really the Sagittarius energy would be about the judge, the lawyers, the attorneys. Who's been paid off? Because that's kind of what it's showing me. Follow the money. Follow the money, and you'll follow right into that justice. This could be about immigration, could be about a church, but this is definitely going far. We're going far. And this is about the judge. She's, Bullhorn Betty's right in front of the courthouse. So that's where I'm taking it. I'm taking it to the courthouse. The values are there with the justice. We want justice. No justice, no peace, right? No justice, no peace. And that's where the values are. No justice, no peace. Point blank, period. All of this Piscean energy, though, that we're seeing is right here in the fourth house of home with mother, with the mom, with Katie, with the mommy. That's where it's going. Right there. Right? And it is. I mean, that we can see that in real time. So we don't really need to know astrology or know how to read it to know that that is what is that energy is being supported. It's supported, right? So we look at Chris. Let's go to Christopher. Main thing that I'm seeing with him, it's even more than Katie, because a lot of times when Chris shows up, and I've been looking at this for 2 years, this 412 shows up. So this 412 is always what I'm seeing with his Saturn. So anytime I see a 412, I know that his Saturn is being activated. Bullhorn Betty was talking about this morning. She was talking about all the women that he knows that's in Memphis. Has the law enforcement talked to these women? Because Saturn is about the father. Saturn is about work. Saturn is about authority. Well, this Scorpio energy is about hidden sex, what he hides, hidden money, containment, things that are hidden with the investigation with his work. So we've got his work, or is it his dad? Which dad are we talking about? Well, this 412, guess where it goes on the map? Just take a wild guess. Guess where it goes on the map? Does it go to his work? Does it go to his dad's house? I want to show you that. I also want to show you that this dark moon over here that is transiting at a 723, it is coming, making its way to sit on this Jupiter. Disordered aggression with the law enforcement, disordered aggression with the judge, disordered aggression with the lawyer, with the philosophy, with the religion, with a Christian school. That's what that could stand for. Okay? That's what that can stand for. So if we look at this on the map, and I do know that this 1524, no matter what time he's born, there is a lot of anger that is coming to him with this Jupiter. Jupiter is going to activate. Okay, it's not in the same sign. Don't matter. Jupiter is going to activate this warring of home, of family, war, home, family. He's going to be spitting nails. He's spitting nails right now. He's spitting. He's so mad. He wants Betty locked up again. He wants revenge. He has no emotional control whatsoever. He's a little boy. Little boy. Little boy in a big boy body. That's Christopher Proudfoot. So there's a breakup today. There's a breakup, and I want to show you this 412 on the map because there's a breakup with communications. It's a breakup. This is it. Now, this map is of course, if it's going to be based on, right? It's going to be based on if Sebastian made it home. Most people believe he made it home. They follow, the mob crew lights. They follow this one. They follow that one. They think that Sebastian definitely made it home. Okay, so if we are under the impression, because I've got two maps, I've worked this one like crazy. The other one, not so much. Okay, not so much. Hold on, Lindsay, do you know that you paid me twice? Lindsay Nelson, are you still in here? Do you know that you paid me twice? Do you know that you cash out twice, babe? Did you mean to do that? Lindsay, where are you? Did you mean to do that? It looks like you did it twice, unless it just came in. Did you mean to do that, honey? Where did it go? Hold on. Where did it go? Okay. It looks like it's just showing up once now. Okay. It was so weird because it came in twice. What is going on here? What? Where did it go? I don't get it. Well, now it's showing Shauna. I don't know what you did, girl. Lindsay, I don't know what you did. Where'd you send it to? What is going on here? You said, sorry, I'm here. Sorry, I'm here. What is going on? Girl. You sure did. You did mean to? Girl, thank you so much. Lindsay? Wow. I just wanted to make sure because I saw that on my... Girl, thank you so much. Yeah, Janet, a lot of people think that. Do I need to sit myself in the corner? Yes. Yes, you do. I really appreciate that. That is so generous of you guys. Like, wow, I can't thank you enough. I really can't thank you enough. All right, so back to our regularly program. I just wanted to make sure that you realize that, sometimes I might do something like that and be like, oops, I didn't mean to do that. But okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. And we're back. Thank you so much, honey. Because that stupid surgery. Oh, man. So, guys, this is it. So if we take a look, I'm going to turn on my addresses because I got plenty of them. I've done my due diligence. I always do. Some maps are just not as crazy, but some of the maps that I've been creating lately for the, like with Nancy Guthrie and Sebastian, it just takes me down. Like I'm really seriously going hard with it. So I'm gonna turn on the addresses and we're just gonna look at these. I'm not doxing anybody. I made sure to take addresses off so we don't have to worry about that. We do have different houses. We've got woods. We can even start up here on Happy Hollow. We can start, through the woods here. But the Scorpio energy is going to be about trash. It's going to be about hidden sex. It's going to be about a containment. It's going to be about investigation. Things are hidden, intensity. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, so it's very Plutonian when it comes to the things that are hidden with the investigation. Very intense. It's about the desires and the pleasures. It's the Judgment card in the tarot. So we can look at this one, we can look at this line and go, okay, we could start right here. We could start right here and look and search. This is right there on the corner of Happy Hollow. There's, this is definitely like a Plutonian right here with a little bit of Sag with it. Okay. Murky water. So that's one right there, right here at Happy Hollow. Okay. And then we can keep on going down. We see that there's woods. We see that there's a home. And this is if we're looking for Sebastian deceased. Okay. I'm not concerned about these woods or anything like that. That's private property. A lot of private properties right here. There's one. There's where some clothing was found off of Marble Mount. Let me take that one back. So there was clothes found here. I don't remember when. I didn't put any type of date on it, but there was clothes found. Clothes found by who? I don't remember. I didn't put it there, so I don't know. But this is off of Allen Road. See, my little man's not highlighting anything right there. Don't know. So the only way to get back there, maybe, is to go through this new construction here. So there was clothes found here. I don't know whose clothes. Don't know what I didn't mark it, right? Here's an old address for Jacob Carr. Old address for Jacob Carr. Here is BJ's. There's BJ's. So BJ's where they went. Remember, they went to BJ's. There's something hidden here at BJ's. There is something that took place at BJ's that he is connecting with that's hidden. Did we meet somebody here? Did we exchange money here? This is BJ's. Was there any type of exchange here? Because we've got Astrology, which is the justice. She is the goddess of health. She is the constellation of Virgo. There's something hidden with the health here. With Chris's desires to hide. And there's this breakup all day today with this Saturn, and I'm writing this line to try to understand how it could help me find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, because it's in transit all day today. It's a collective transit, and it has to do with this Saturn, okay? It has to do with this Saturn. So we've got to write it. We got to write it. BJ's. Is that, wasn't that the colossal popcorn? Was that the BJ's and Sebastian Rogers? Wasn't that the popcorn? Was that BJ's? The stop before BJ's. The stop before. Hold on. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this. I want to give credit to hindsight. Okay, I'm going to give credit to hindsight. Let's watch this real quick. Something about there is, oh shoot. That's not going to help. There it is. Well, there it be. Let's watch this for a second because BJ's is that's pertinent. So BJ's is going to be pertinent. Okay, everybody say that with me. BJ's is going to be pertinent in this case. It is and is going to be. So let me take this off. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Because you won't be able to hear it. If I'm sharing the whole screen, you won't be able to hear it. So let's listen to this for a second. So credit to hindsight, 2002. Let's see what it says. It's the stop before BJ's. I don't want to. Let's just do it like this because I don't want the music to interfere. So they went to this woman's, Dara Nebel, her house that day on Sunday with Lexi, Chris's niece, Melissa's daughter. Melissa is Chris's sister, yes. And I've heard that they picked up 2 of her daughters and then dropped them off at some kind of practice or picked up uniforms. Not 100% sure on that part, but Melissa's daughter and Dara's kids all play softball together. And she's showing screenshots. Okay. I'm pervy to that information. I don't know that I'm pervy to it. So she's showing the screenshots here. And I remember taking screenshots of that. I've got Dara on the map. Dara says, yep, he was at my house for a few minutes on Sunday afternoon with his mom and his cousin. That's the reason why I have Dara on the map. I also have Dara's husband on the map. Dara's husband, who, if I remember correctly, is a physician. He's a doctor. He's a doctor. Actually, let me make sure. Let me make sure I wouldn't dox them. And let me take out that address on the map. Hold on just a second, guys. I've got several addresses for them, I believe. You definitely, I got their birthday. Let's see. Okay, this is in Brentwood. This is in Brentwood. Okay, so that's not going to be his home. Okay, hold on. Dara. Okay. John Nebel. Let me go back. Oh, yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. This isn't where we're at. I mean, like, this isn't where I want to be, per se, but I can show you on the map at least, like, where they live, where I think that they may live, okay? One of the addresses that I have, let's see. Yeah, because I don't want to dox anybody, okay? So I'm looking at the map while I'm while I'm talking to you guys, like, I don't want to say too much here. But okay. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you, honey, for the $10 Cash App. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've got that. So that's before BJ's. He was at my house for a few minutes on Sunday. Yep. Let's see.
Our niece, and go take her to meet up. So we did that. We went and picked her up, and we met her mom at BJ's, and we were there with family members.
Hold on just a second. Hold on.
We went and picked up our niece. Yeah, I got a call. We got a call to go pick up our niece, and go take her to meet up. So we did that. We went and picked her up, and we met her mom at BJ's, and we were there with family members. We went and picked up our niece. Yeah, I got a call and asked if I could go and pick her up, and I did. And so we went and did that and went to BJ's.
Y'all going?
Okay, so they went to BJ's. Y'all got that right?
Yeah, I got a call and asked if I could go and pick her up, and I did. And so we went and did that and went to BJ's.
Went to BJ's.
Y'all going to BJ's? I know about y'all going to Strike and Spare, and I know y'all picked up Melissa's daughter.
And say, well, hold on. See, this is where your information is wrong.
Okay.
I did not
Okay.
pick up Melissa's daughter.
First, let me correct you.
I thought that was on an interview. Didn't y'all say?
No, hold on. Let's change.
Ma'am.
I need you to change your words.
Well, I mean, that's why we're talking, so we can clear things, like figure
Right.
things out.
Once again, y'all didn't do shit.
Chris was in Memphis.
Oh, Chris was in Memphis, right? Okay, so sorry.
Don't say y'all. Thank you.
Okay, my bad.
So
So
Katie and Sebastian went to BJ's.
right.
Prior to going to BJ's,
After picking up our niece,
I said prior to going to BJ's,
which was not Melissa's
they
daughter.
went and picked up a niece. That name is not going to be disclosed because it has no
Has been through.
business. And I promise you don't want to go to that house.
That child is going through enough with this mess. But no, it was not Melissa's daughter that I picked up.
Okay.
What you do need to know is,
BJ's.
all you need to know is that two sisters, Katie, Sebastian, and children went to BJ's. That is on a video footage.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Law
Yeah.
enforcement can confirm that.
Right.
She needs
But
to be picked up.
names
And I
don't need.
So has Seth seen that video footage? Has Seth seen the video footage? Because Chris said that he saw it. His Saturn is going there. Okay, his Saturn is going right over BJ's. Limits and obstacles. It's going back to the work. And that's why he's like, hold on. Don't say I was there. Don't say I was there. It's things that he hides when it comes to work, responsibility, boundaries, things that are hidden with this investigation. So BJ's is pertinent to this case. Pertinent to it. Yeah, Seth has more right than he does. Seth should have seen this video. So we'll have to ask Seth, did you see this video that he's talking about? Let me make sure that that's what he said because, you know, I want to make sure. Make
is
sure.
That two sisters, Katie, Sebastian, and children went to BJ's. That is on a video footage.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Law
Yeah.
enforcement can confirm that.
Right.
He said, I've
But-
seen that. Law enforcement can confirm that. That's what he says. Why can't we get a video footage? Because of the kids? Maybe.
Names don't need to be extracted, don't need to be out.
Yeah, I mean, minors' names don't need to be thrown out anyway.
Exactly.
No,
My
I'm
sister doesn't need any more harassment either.
Yeah,
So
I haven't
they-
said anything about Melissa at all.
No,
I haven't even mentioned
but
her.
I'm saying
Well, Melissa,
his other sister.
once again, my two sisters, Melissa and Cassie, were there. That's on video footage.
Yeah.
That has all been vetted. That has been proven. Proof of life, all that bullshit, everything.
Right,
That
yeah.
statement from word to beginning, has been told.
It's
Yeah.
not there at all.
Now, they go to BJ's. They leave BJ's.
Sebastian and I leave BJ's. Your sisters went their own way. I don't know what
I know.
they did today.
Said they left BJ's. I did not insinuate a name. I didn't say who.
Just clarifying, it was just me and Bubba that left together.
So you and Sebastian leave BJ's.
Right, Chris, get it together.
Greg, we need to talk.
Get it together.
No time got sales.
Chris, get it together. So, BJ's is important. BJ's is important. We can see that on the map because the map isn't going to lie. So, there is something about other people's money. There's something hidden there. There's something hidden there. So, let's keep looking at the map because we may find what is hidden. We may. So, let's look at the entire map again. The entire screen. Let's go back to the map. Okay, so this is where the Nebels live, is right here with this marker. This is where Tennessee receives information about what is hidden. Hold on. Tennessee receives information about what's hidden. Yeah. Land, other people's money, hidden sex, 12th and 6th house of health. There's the Secret Service. If the Secret Service were to ever get involved, I think that they are, especially with data. If they were to ever be involved with the data, this is where the Secret Service is going to come in big time. So let's go back. Let me take these lines off. Where's the law enforcement? Okay, I just only want, let's see if the DA is there. DA is there. It's about the two people, about the communications. Yes, so this would be where we could get some data here from the Nebels, John and Dara. Okay. All right, so that's good to know. It's good to know. Let's go back. Because we ain't done yet. Hold on. We're not done yet with these addresses that I've got on the map. Okay. So we've got the clothing. We got an old address of Jacob Carr. We got BJ's. Now, let's go on in. Michael Proudfoot. Brittany used to live here, and so did Cassie. So we've got Michael Proudfoot. Who is Michael Proudfoot? Well, Michael is Christopher's dad. What does Saturn represent besides work? It represents your dad. Your dad. So Chris is Astraea and Scorpio conjunct Saturn and Cupid. That is all here with that Saturn. There's a justice here. There's desires here. Divine justice with what's hidden sex, possible landfill containment, pond, dirty water, sewage, work, business, father. So we need to be looking into the business of the father. What is the business of the father? A truck driver. Michael Proudfoot is a truck driver. All right. Keep on going. There is an old address for Tina Laird, Michael Laird's wife. It's an old address for her. Interesting. It's not going right over it, but it does make you wonder, Mr. Cupid. We can keep on going too, and we can see any other businesses that could be tied to this family. Any other businesses that they could have went to, so I look here just because, it looks like it could be a business, and it is. It's Lowe's. I know exactly where this is. Looks like it's off of Dickerson Road. There's Walmart over here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Walmart, Lowe's. There's a gas station up here. And Chris is definitely, there's also a lot of homeless people here. That's why you see that. This is where a lot of homeless people hang out at. So let me go down here. Let me make sure that I circle this because while Trisha is in town with me, I'll go here. We'll go here because I know for a fact that homeless people are here. We had a homeless girl go missing, or a girl go missing, and she was known to visit homeless camps, and she was found here. So that's another one because we've got businesses here and we've got things that are hidden with Chris. And Chris did say to Sebastian's father, Seth, that he could be at a homeless camp, that they need to check homeless camps. So we're going to make sure that we go to that one while she's here. Then we have a body that was found. We got Centerstone. So Centerstone is a business, right? Centerstone is a place where people with mental health go. It's a health facility. You could even be an in-house patient, residential patient at Centerstone. It's usually for people with addiction, but I would nevertheless put it on there because it's also mental health. Going down White Bridge Road. We got a park over here. We got a train. I don't see anything else, but wait till you see this. We're not done yet, guys. Watch this. Remains were found here. There was a couple of remains that are found on this line. Human remains, but wait. We're not done. We're not done. There was remains there. Remains there being found. Give you the heebie-jeebies when you look at the map and you see that remains are found on a line with him. Look at all that cluster. This is in Mississippi. One of them is right on it. And guess whose that is? Bryant Guy, Big D, Big D. Bryant Guy, this is an old address of his, or is it? Are these old addresses of his? I don't know. But the guys have properties here. We know that Bryant Guy, Big D, lives in Hendersonville. We know that he's a builder for homes. He's a home builder. It's not just Danny Guy. Everybody talks about Danny Guy. Nobody talks about Bryant. We should be talking about Bryant a whole lot more than Danny. Bryant is the one that went with Kathy, his sister, to go to California to do all the crazy stuff that Kathy did with Nina. Guys, this is a big deal. More people should be talking about Bryant Guy. More people should be talking about him. I have no idea if this is an old address or not. I don't know. But what I do know is that if I turn on the FBI, if I turn on the law enforcement, if I turn on the TBI, let's go up a little bit. The TBI receives information. TBI receives information that brings them wisdom when Sebastian went missing. Boom, bam. U.S. Marshals. The U.S. Marshals. If the U.S. Marshals were to ever be involved, which Sumner County doesn't want them involved, but let's say that one day that they became involved. This is where they would find evidence with a relationship, because the U.S. Marshals, their Venus is here. Their Juno is here. There's a relationship. There's value here with a relationship, and it's going right over Bryant Guy's home. The FBI receives information in Taurus and Scorpio. This degree has a Chris signature. I mean, it doesn't get any more plain than that. It doesn't get any more plain than that. Betty's on her bullhorn. I bet she is. We'll check in with her in just a second. I just wanted to show you guys what is in transit the most This is a collective transit. It's about two people. It's about two. It's about communications with two people. The data that will show where Sebastian's at. If Sebastian is alive and he is being held at a property, we need to go to Mississippi and look at these old properties to see who they actually are connected to, who is actually living here. Because I don't know that Mr. Big D only has one address, one property. Okay? And let's just, for the sake of showing everybody here, I don't remember what these two are, and I don't want to click on them because I don't remember if I blocked them out. I don't want to dox anybody. So the new DA is, I don't guess I have any lines down here for him yet. Let's look at the other parents. Let's look at Katie. Let's look at Seth. Seth's son is in good standing with his desires to know what happened. So his desires to know what happened with Sebastian is going to be here as well. The missing is right there. Damn, the missing is right there. Missing Apollo opposes Jupiter in Taurus, 5th house of kids. Apollo, this is the line for Apollo. This is the physician. This is the doctor. Apollo brings enlightenment to the state of Tennessee when it comes to family dynamics with Sebastian. Earthy, resources, possessions. Okay. So we go back a little bit. Let's see if there's a natal coming in anywhere. I don't see a natal. They're over here. Oh, there's a conjunction. So this conjunction is going to be encompassing this angle and this one. And again, I don't want to show this address because I don't know. So this conjunction brings a lot of wisdom in with what happened in the past, and all of us that are pissed off, that bring a lot of worrying about Sebastian's case. So this has to do with us, we the people. Let's see. There's family coming in, big time. Sarah, Seth's sister. So Seth's sister, Sarah's outer wheel matches Terry Bowersock's Hades. All that weight. So Sarah, Seth's sister, is there. Melissa, she has a conjunction here. Her desires to hide from what the law enforcement. The map is definitely blowing up down here, guys. It's, we can go on up and we could look at the rest of the addresses that I have on the map. We could definitely do that, but let's take some of these off because it's getting full. We'll leave the two. We'll leave the missing and Sebastian right there. See what else we got. I'm sure that the DA has Scorpio energy is coming way up here. That's where things are hidden. Here's Katie's Pluto. But if we go on further up, they're closer together. You come further down and they go wide, they widen out. But this is interesting to see because this is what is in transit with Chris all day today. All day. All day. It's a 24-hour transit. In fact, it's been in transit for quite a while, and it connects to the FBI. It connects to the FBI. So all the time that I've been talking about Nancy's case, and I've been talking about this 412 and how it has not let off this connection with the FBI, with Tommaso, with South Africa. This 412 is also been in transit and will be in transit with Sebastian's stepdaddy and the FBI until the 28th. Until the 28th, guys. So it is a collective breakup with communications The data. This is where the FBI can show up and show out when it comes to actually delivering any type of justice to Sebastian is Christopher Proudfoot's daddy, his work, the things that are hidden with his friends, the data. The data. It would be a slam dunk. And that's what we need. We need the data. Chris and Katie were in the military. You know, this is a military operation. We've been saying that it could have been a military operation all along because they are militants. They worked on bombs. I mean, they're not dumb when it comes to manipulating any type of communications, whether that be ring camera, whether that be a dash cam. They talked throughout the day. They're always talking. Chris has got to know when she farts. She's got to know when he farts. They're always talking. The data. It's got to be the data. That is what is going to do it. It's the data. Whether Sebastian is deceased or alive, the data. 110% believe this with all my heart. That they definitely know what happened to Sebastian. They know what happened. They know where he's at. We want justice. No peace until there's justice. Period. Period. Been listening a while. Map is blowing up. I'm beginning to understand what you've labeled the lines and what it means. This is incredible, isn't it? It is incredible to watch it. Because when we see these energies that are in transit, like wow, we can really tell a lot. So if we do the same thing with Katie and what she's got going on, all we got to do is hold on. Let's do it like this. All I got to do is take Seth off, and I want to bring in the fate that is with Katie, with that Hades in Gemini. Hold on. I want to take the addresses off, and I only want to see the Gemini. Okay, this is how you work a map. Let me make sure her series, where is her Hades? So if I don't have her Hades, we got to draw it in. I don't have her Selena. I got her Sedna. So it's a 9 Gemini. Let's just draw it. Is that it? I probably already done it. Is that a 69? Nope, that's a 65. Let's take this one off. So yeah, let me just draw it. We're just going to look at it after I draw it. It's a 69 compass bearing because it's a 9 Gemini. So that makes it a 69 compass bearing. Shit, where'd it go? Hold on. 69. 69, honey. Let's go right there. And go down to the map because this is what is in transit with her. And it's going to be interesting to see who this goes over. And I may not be able to show it to you because I haven't I don't want to dox anyone. When I pull up the addresses, this is the weight. This is going to be the weight for her and any type of data, 2 people, communications. The DA is right there. Okay, so this is going to be her. Let me turn on the addresses. We may be able to, I think that this is where Yeah, there was, this is where, so this address right here isn't anybody's home, but what it is this is where Sebastian was allegedly seen walking around. And remember, Katie says, "Oh, you saw him? Are you sure it was him? Was he wearing shoes?" Do y'all remember that? There was an alleged sighting of Sebastian. There was another woman up here. There was 2 people that said that they saw Sebastian walking. And they posted it. And Katie's underneath the post and she's like asking if he was wearing shoes. So hold on just a second. I don't want to dox anybody. So let me. I'm going to show you something while we wait. Hold on. That way I can make sure. We'll check in with Betty. See what Betsters is doing. Hold on. See what she's up to. Music. We'll check in with her while I'll look at that and take off any address because I wanna show you guys. There we go.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not putting up with this shit. I'm gonna go up that food chain so freaking high.
Y'all watch this for a second, if you don't mind, and that way I can make sure that I don't show anybody's addresses. So just give me a second. Listen to BHB.
That you're gonna have people you didn't even
I know it, girl. I know. Just bear with me for just a second. I'll be right back.
know existed calling you. I'm done. You need and deserve. We all deserve some answers here. This boy has been missing for 2 years, and you can't tell us that you're further along today than you are from the day that you got this case. That's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. And you can stay quiet. You can stay quiet. But just understand, while you're staying quiet, I'm working behind the scenes. And I'm very effective. Very effective. Mr. E. Yeah, well, we'll be out here tomorrow. We're just kind of, I'm happy that I didn't freeze in the butt. I was worried about the wind. Yeah, the wind. I was really worried about the wind, but the face and the face stuff, and I think people thought. I know, but it's not in the cards. Other than that, I've been comfortable. I've been able to do my thing. I've yelled at the sheriff a few times. Yeah, I haven't cut. Well, I said shit. But that does not cuss me. I made sure I apologized. I made sure I apologized for it because I'm trying not to. When I'm out in public, I don't like cussing the kids. Kids never know. I'm very mindful of that. And so, but I do want them to understand that our competition and our security. But we talked to McCoy, and McCoy came out and chatted with us.
I didn't tell you. He came when I went in. They said he's busy. I said, okay, someone come outside. He knows I'm going to be here. He works at the animal shelter too. He came from the animal shelter when he got the call to come see us. Yeah, that was nice.
He's always so nice. I mean, and like I say, my beef is not with the beef cops here. Yeah. My beef is not with the people that are out here because they're good people. My beef is with top brass. My beef is with Eric Kraft. It's with his lieutenants. It's with the people that are making these decisions on this. Because all these other people are just
Okay. So, yeah, that's what's going on with old Betsters. She is, she's doing her thing. Down there with her bullhorn, she's doing her thing. She's showing up, she's showing out. She's bringing a lot of attention back to the community to tell them, hey, honk for Sebastian. Hey, Sebastian is still missing, and letting the law enforcement know, hey, we're not gonna be quiet. We're not gonna go away. So I think it's a good thing to bring awareness back to Sebastian, because we need the law enforcement to do something different. We need them to get better. We need them to get better to help find some of these kids, because they got a really bad track record. And I'm not just talking about Sumner County. I'm talking about the TBI too. You got a bad track record. If you can't find any of these kids, you got all kinds of kids that are still missing, been missing for 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years. We got problems. You got to do something different. Either you're a part of the problem or you need to find a solution. We need some solutions here, because whatever they're doing is not working, right? So here is the map, and I want you to see that the pond is right there too. So the pond is right there, would be the communications about the pond, okay? Would be communications about the pond. And we keep on going. We're going over New Hope with this weight that she has. And, I just want to say, I've searched here. Other people have searched here. You see that there's barns. Obviously, we didn't search in the barns because it's private property. But I would imagine that the law enforcement did. This is where the elementary school is. So we could even, do a search from here. Let me see. I'm looking. Let me make sure. Little man is looking there. So my little man is looking right here. This culvert. Let's bring the FBI in. Let's bring the FBI in, because this could be a good place to search as well through here. Because we searched through here. I didn't search by the road here. We didn't search by the road. Let's turn on the DA. Okay, so the DA is right there. This is where he gets shaken up about the flame of life. Wow, okay. So we got the DA there. Let's see if any Seth is there. It's about things of the past. This is where he meets his mark with a higher learning. So this could be about religion, church, and the agriculture here. TBI is there. It's about the timing. Ooh, Kronos is there. We got Tennessee. So this would be a good area to search too. Let me see if I have a hotspot there. I don't. Let's go ahead and put one here. So that could be a place that we could search. The natal is definitely here. So Sebastian is here. A wake-up call with the health and video for Sebastian. This conjunction goes all the way to New Jersey, UK. Okay. It's about his health. This is about his health. It could be about a couple of people. It could be about communications here. I don't see the missing or the FBI. Let me go up. The missing is up there. Katie is up there. No, that's Secret Service. Okay. All right. So let's move on along. Take these off again. Take the law enforcement off. Take the natal off. And we just want to ride this one with Katie. So this is where this is being activated. There's the woman, Tara. It's not her address, but that's where she saw Sebastian. This is where the area flooded. Okay, so the area flooded through here. on Liberty Lane. It flooded big time right here. Okay, let's keep on going. The dog handler, Max. Max. The one that dove into the pond. This is where his dog handler lives. So we've got the pond showing up twice. So we got the pond that is weighing her down with the mental health. And there's the dog Max that jumped into the pond. And that is big deal. That's a big deal. If Katie doesn't have anything to do, even if she did have anything to do with her son's disappearance. Okay, so this is interesting because this guy is a friend of hers. Matthew. Matthew is a friend of hers. So let me take off this guy, Matthew. That's a friend of hers. I'll have to check into him and look at his birth chart again today and see if that's going to pull today. Then we've got the last thing that we have is Homeland in Maryland. We got Homeland in Maryland, and this one would go all the way to the UK, and we do know that John went to the UK. Lori's husband, Katie's best friend, her husband went to the UK, so that line would go all the way out to the UK. But let's say that Katie, whether she did or didn't have anything to do with Sebastian missing. When Sebastian is found, he should be found on a conjunction that is going to involve, this is where it should play out. Okay. If we play the tape all the way through, whether Katie had anything to do with it or not, we find Sebastian, we let everything else handle itself, right? But let's say, let me take Seth out because this is the only one that I want to focus on now. Just this one. Let's say that Katie, being Sebastian's mother, this is where she's going to share pain with the law enforcement, with the courts, with the judges, with any type of relationships that has to do with religion, immigration, any type of higher learning. And what's interesting is that this is going right over. It goes over the new construction. It goes over the cemetery and all that. But the first place that it actually goes over is the neighbors. This is where Katie shares pain with what the law enforcement knows. So either Katie and dude was seeing each other behind their behind the backs of their wife and husband, or there is some type of evidence that he would have against Katie. So, we start here. Hey, Daphne, good to see you, babe. Hey, Smack Talker, good to see y'all. This is an expansion right here of pain. Jupiter conjunct her Chiron. Jupiter expands everything. So if we take Katie, we know what happened with her mother, right? We know what happened with her mother. That's what this angle is talking about. That's what this conjunction is for Katie. It's the pain of home, the pain of family, the pain of her mother and the law. Being a pedo, her mother, a pedo, being on the pedo list. That's what this is actually telling us. Would this also pick up where her son would be found? I think it would. I think it would. Hey, Deanna, good to see you, honey. I think it would. So it goes over his home. And we know that Chris Carr, his ring camera shows the back of her home and it picks up noise. It picks up noise. So I'm going to start here. If I'm working with the law enforcement, I'm going to be like, okay, we got to start here. And then we move out, right? We move out because this is where she is sharing pain and it's deep pain. And then we go to the new construction. And I've said it, I'm going to say it again. Sebastian didn't sleep good. Was he laying in bed waiting for her to go to sleep so he could go and play on the big boy toys? Well, he's not going to do it without shoes. So the shoes is what gets me. Unless she put him here in the new construction in one of these dumpsters. In one of these dumpsters, because the Cancerian energy is going to, what does it mean? What does Cancer mean? Cancer's family, it's mom, it's home, it's genealogy, it's protectiveness, protection, protecting herself, protecting the pain, the emotions, the blow ups that would happen with the emotions. So, and Chris is right here too. Okay. Chris is right here. All that spitting and throwing his hands up and cussing and all that. This is where all that is going. But Chris. So we got to start here at Chris's house. And then we go over to 1016. Then we go right here. And I can promise you there was tons and tons, and there still is work that's going down. And there was big construction area dumpsters. This is where that pain is for her. Let me turn it around. It's going right here. Right here on Doversley Court. And this is where there was a big dumpster. There was a big dumpster here. So I've looked at that on the map when he first went missing. I went out there and I scoped it out and I was like, oh my God, this is bad. This is really bad. Because if she did have anything to do with it, you don't have to put him in the cemetery. Just put him in the dumpster. God forbid. So we've got this, and then we go over the school. But this isn't a Cancerian. This isn't, I mean, the cemetery would be, but they're not gonna take time to do any of that. There's no time to do all that. So we come down this way. And it's right here. It's right here that I told Lady Freedom that this area right here is where we really, really want to search. And I want to see if this is going to, because we can't search, the Carr residence. We can't search, we know that he's not going to be buried in the cemetery. So I would want to search here because this is where the pain is really coming. And the Jupiter energy with the Chiron coming right over a church makes me wonder too if there's anybody here at this church that that could be, housing Sebastian. But if I just go right here, okay, and I look this way, There's a lot of terrain to cover. There's a lot of creek to cover. This is right there at the intersection. And this would only be if it's not that, Sebastian walked down here or he was put down here or anything like that. This would be only if, and I would follow the creek all the way down. It would only be if, let me turn the other map on. If the water from the new construction area, from their home to the new construction area, if that storm water, if he would have been in that storm water for any reason, how he got there, I don't know if that would be yes, this is Drake's Creek. So it would be right here in the new construction, the water, because Cancer is a water energy. It's water. A lot of people only associate water with Neptune. Cancer is a water energy too. But this would be with the stormwater drain system of the new construction. And it would go this way. Those pipes would run this way. So we would want to check here. Like me and Jeff sat here and we talked it out together too. It would be this waterway right through here. We would start here and we would go all the way down this way, start here, up here, and go all the way down this way. Okay? So if I turn on the TBI is there. There's a lot of emotions here. Lots of emotions with the TBI and with their communications. So there's the TBI part. There's the FBI. This is where the FBI reaches their north node with any type of evidence. They're fated here. The FBI would be fated here with evidence. And this is where the FBI would also get shaken up with the things that are hidden within that new construction area in the waterways. Big, big. This is big, guys. Leads are going to come in on this angle. Home, business, mom, dad. That's the state of Tennessee. So do you see the reason why I think that this would be a good area to search? Because this would be good and productive with our time. I don't know that the police searched the dumpster or not, Liberty. I know that the dogs, they had the dogs out, but if the new construction is constantly, it's just that the manholes, guys, they were so big. I don't think that y'all could even imagine. I've never seen manholes that weren't covered, but I did that day. After Sebastian went missing, I saw that the manholes were absolutely huge. I'm talking about, I think Jeff said like 10 foot by 6 foot. Like they were big. They were gaping wide, like big. So if I were going to, like, let's say that Katie did something or didn't do something. If Sebastian ended up in one of those manholes and it was dry at the time, I think 4 days later it rained. It wasn't a heavy rain, but then 2 floods came after that. But let's just say, God forbid, that is what happened to Sebastian. If you didn't, timing is of the essence, right? And so if all of those manholes weren't checked thoroughly, I mean, I'm talking about checked thoroughly, then Sebastian could have been overlooked. It would definitely make it look like it was an accident. And that stormwater system, it goes all the way down to the Cumberland. But I've been in floods and I've seen the aftermath of a flood on a lot of occasions, actually. And a lot of the debris is going to get caught up So it's going to lock someone in into certain places until it floods again and moves that person, moves that debris. And sometimes that debris isn't going to move. But the way that the maps work, it would be so awful. It would be so awful for that to be the case because I think that Sebastian is alive. I think that we could be looking at the Guy property in Mississippi. I think we could be looking to Mr. Proudfoot and his job of, but we got to look at all the angles here. And if God forbid Sebastian would have had an accident or they would have put him somewhere like that to make it look like an accident, no matter who would be responsible, the goal is to find Sebastian. And so the maps that I create is for the past, present, and future. So it doesn't matter if, well, Jen, he could have this and it doesn't matter. This is what it's showing a lot of pain for Katie. And me being a mother, if my kid were to go missing, look on my Chiron line. I've seen it countless times where people are found on their mother's Chiron line because their mother is going to experience pain, a lot of pain when that child is found. You could say, well, look at Seth's. I have, and we've searched areas on Seth's pain where he carries pain. But if we think about the new construction, if we think about the home, if we think about Katie and the emotions that she could have lost it, or may not have, or the emotions that are going to come when Sebastian is found. It could be found on this angle. It could be found on this conjunction. And so we start the closest, the closest. We can't search the new construction. We can't search Chris's house. We can't search the neighbor's house. People have already been up and down the cemetery. The school has been searched. So now we go to the Waterway. And in the very beginning, this guy, Ken, I remember, I'll never forget. He said, guys, this is where the search needs to begin, right here. And he did a map of the Waterway showing the pipes and how, the pipes are big. The storm drain system pipes are big. There was a gaping holes in the new construction area. Big. A bunch of us could fit in it at the same time, going in it at the same time. They were that big. So in order to even search, to be productive with our time, that is where I'm thinking, let's clear it. Let's go there. Let's clear it. So that's what we plan on doing is going somewhere around there to start to search. And anybody, you don't even have to like me. You just have to want to help find Sebastian. Go there. Go down to the water system. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a one-man show. Sebastian deserves to be found. And if, God forbid, he was in those manholes, this is where it's going to go. Those pipes are going to go to the creek. They're going to go to the creek. And they're going to go all the way down. I'm going to follow it all the way down. All the way down. I've got a hot spot here too. We're going to go all the way down. We're going to follow because this is where the stormwater drain system is going. Here we go. We're going to go down stop 30. I've got a hot spot there. And these curves, these turns, these twists and turns, when the water gets rapid and it gets going really fast, this is where things are going to get caught up. It's going to get caught up right here. All the debris is going to push here until the next flood, and it's going to be pushed here. But then all of these bridges, they're going to collect with a bunch of debris under them. And they're just going to sit here with a bunch of debris until the city comes out and cleans it. I promise you, I know. Like, this is an area that we could all search as well. Water pipeline crossing. Water pipeline. So it's going to keep on going, down into the Cumberland River, right through here. Okay. All the way down to the Cumberland. There's the Cumberland. So it's going to go from up here all the way down. It's been 2 years. So we start here with all the pain. You see what I'm saying? We start there. And I think that that's going to be a good, productive time for all the people that, think that Sebastian's deceased. He's done this, okay, well, let's look. I mean, that's all I know to do is work the map. See how it turns out. Because if we walk this, I don't even think that the water system is going to be right here. I think it's going to be right here. It's going to be right through here. This is where we start. So we park close, we come here. And that's what I'm thinking that we're going to be doing this weekend. The weather isn't all that great, but we've had a lot of flooding at Drake's Creek since Sebastian went missing. I mean, it is what it is. This is the way that it looks. Look. Let's see when this was. This was April 4th, 2025. April. He went missing in February. 2 months, guys. 2 months later, look. There's Drake's Creek. Interesting, isn't it? Because when the creeks flood, they become rivers. And you can see it. Like if you look at the Drake's Creek Park right here, you can see, you can go all the way up and you can see how the water has come out way outside of its banks, like way outside. It was covering the road here. You couldn't even get to Drake's Creek. And the map, see the Liberty, but the map will, whether it floods or not, the map is going to show me past, present, and future, right? So I'm going to trust the map. Look at that. The road to Drake's Creek. This is the park. They've had to redo a lot of that park, by the way. So yeah, this is the area that flooded. And this was 2 months later. So 2 months later, in April, it floods. Sure enough. Drake's Creek. Here was one. Hold on. Successful water rescue of kayakers in flooded Drake's Creek. Oh, that's Kentucky. Hold on. Is this Kentucky? No, that's not us. Hold on. Hold up. Drake's Creek, Tennessee. Oh, here's us. But it's going to take forever to load, so I don't want to do that. Let's see when this one was. That says Bowling Green. What is going on here? Is there there's a Drake's Creek in Bowling Green? Lord. See when this was. Oh, that's 2021. I remember that. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I was looking for more to show you guys. I think you get the gist. It was wild. I mean, we've had some really hellacious flooding. And like I said, when the creeks flood, it looks like a river, a full-blown river. It's wild. It's wild. Wild. See what's going on with Miss Betty. See what's going on with her. Oh, is she done? Oh, it ended 15 minutes ago. Let's see what was going on. Let's see what she's saying. Hold on. Let's see what she's saying. What's going on, Betty? Why are you done? What's going on?
At all. This right here is showing incompetence and unprofessionalism. And those things don't go a good long ways in politics. I can promise you that. You keep this up. I know you don't think I've got what it takes.
Oh, here's Seth. Hold on. Seth shows up. I guess that's why they leave.
It worked. It definitely worked. I'm kind of done with my. Sonia did that for me. It took her like 5 months.
Let's see. Seth is showing up, it looks like.
9 to 5. 9 to 5. We'll be out here for a little bit more. But we're going to sit here and just kind of fellowship with one another for a little bit. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you guys for coming out, supporting a great cause. I hope you guys show up on Thursday for the big event. We have a half a sheet of cake coming out, a half a sheet. So there should be plenty of cake for everyone. Come out. It's nice to see you all. And we're here fighting for Sebastian. Our demands are very, very simple. We want a press conference.
Well, that's your demands. I want my son found.
Seth wants his son found.
I want my son at home.
Yeah. And so,
And again, Sebastian, if you see this live, please call me. You know my number. I haven't changed it like some other people have changed their number. My number is still the same, son. Please, if you see this, call me.
Katie changed her phone number?
If you believe what Chris said with the nerdy drug user, or whatever his name is. But yeah. My phone number is still the same, son. I'm still waiting on a call. If you see this, you call me. Plane, train, bus,
How does a mother
car, whatever, I
change
will
her
come and
phone
get
number?
you.
How does a mother change her phone number? The only phone number her missing son has. I'm shocked. I mean, I understand people, if they're getting calls and stuff, changing, getting a new phone, but changing your number and not having that one active, that is mind blowing to me right now. That is mind blowing. But you know what? Not surprising, because Katie is not a good mom. She's never been a good mother. Everything that's ever happened to this boy, everything bad that's happened to this boy under his mom and stepfather's watch. And that's something that they'll never be able to change. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for your love, your support. Thank you for being here for us, all of us, Sebastian's Army. We are strong. We will never give up. We will be back out here, rain or shine, tomorrow to advocate for Sebastian Rogers. Our demands are very simple. Outside of finding his son and bringing it home, we want a press conference. It's been 2 blessed years. This country, this county, and especially this father and this missing boy deserve the respect of this community and this sheriff. And the sheriff should stop what he's doing, take notice, and provide us a real press conference with the missing boy's picture behind him so people knows what the boy that's missing looks like. Everybody in this community thinks this child has been found. That is a pure failure of aristocratic law enforcement and mainstream media in this community. Mainstream media should be holding the feet to the fire of these politicians. They're failing at their job. They're not bringing any transparency. They should be holding these people's feet to the fire and demanding answers. Your mainstream media is failing you in this community. They are failing you. They are failing you. They are failing you.
And I think that that's basically what it's all about this week. Where's Sebastian? Hey, Barb. Good to see you, honey. Where's Sebastian? I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine any of my kids, my grandkids, any of my family members, any of my loved ones. I could not imagine having to go day in and day out. 2 years. 2 years. Too long. So anybody that is coming out this week, just know that we're going to be down there. And I say we because I will be making my way there too. I'll be making my way there too. Lady Freedom she's driving 14 hours. She'll be in here. She'll be here at the house tonight, staying with me for the duration of the week and weekend. And we got plans. We got big plans. And I appreciate everybody giving today, giving to the cause financially. It's hard on everybody, but God, y'all, thank you so much, because without your support, it makes it a lot harder. Not harder, but more stressful to try to figure out how we're going to pull it all off and eat at the same time, because I don't live just to skip. I don't live just right close. I mean, we're gonna have to stay the night, close to Nashville. Lady Freedom and I, for a couple of, maybe a night or two. So we're not making the drive back and forth, because I live in the hills of Tennessee, the country. I moved away from all of that. I moved away from the city. I hate to go back. When I do, I go every week, though. I go back every week. And every week, especially when I'm driving up and down, going by Drake's Creek, it's sad. Why isn't Internal Affairs investigating law enforcement out there? Thank you. Thank you thank you. Thank you, Laura. Why aren't they? Are they? Could that be something that's going to come in the future? Maybe. Seth has got some things in the works. I know that. He hasn't stopped. He's not going to stop. I heard the same thing, that Katie changed her number. What mother has a missing kid and changes their number? I would never do that. I don't care how many prank calls I get or anything. I'm not going to change my number. I might get another phone, have 2 phones just in case he ever calls, and have another phone. But why would I do that? Why would she do that? Why would she do that? Is there no longer an Internal Affairs in Tennessee? Wouldn't that be federal? Maybe not. What do I know? Need power, snacks, and drinks. Yes. Yes. Lady Freedom's bringing her boots. I mean, we're going to put on our boots. That's the only thing that I can think of. They've got it handled down there. I mean, I'm going to show up in front of Sumner County, but they got it handled there. I want to search, because we just don't know for sure where Sebastian's at. And until we search, we're not going to know. Well, I've searched there. Well, didn't Seth search there? Well, I haven't. So I haven't searched that particular area, and I want to. I think that that's where we're going to be able to say that Sebastian's not there, So Anyway, guys, it's been two hours that I've been talking on here about Sebastian. I appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out. I've got some other things that I need to do. I may go live about Nancy. I may do some cards later. You know, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back live because I got things to talk about. I got cases to talk about. Hey, Mike, good to see you, honey. Good to see you. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me for this time period, giving to the cause of the great work and, you know, for us to be able to do the things that we need to do and not stress, be able to eat. Thank you guys so much. It means so much to me. I mean, just so much. It's just amazing. I really appreciate every one of you. And I'm going to end this stream with Sebastian's anthem because that's what it's all about this week. It's all about Sebastian. It's all about Sebastian every day. You'll catch me later, Mike. I'll be back on. I'll probably be talking about Nancy or shuffling some cards or something. I know tonight we really need to have a card night. We just do. We need to ground a little bit. We need to divine. So I will see you guys later. Peace out.
Clean like your soul, won't be forgotten. We stand strong for you, never give up. Seek justice and truth. Day and night we search. Community gathers, wipe the tears away. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, babe. It lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, hey, it lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise